I could see someone following along with me here thinking, this guy's a big old jerk. Wise Christians. Yes, there are some. Luke 16, inspired out of Luke 16. The people of this world are more shrewd in dealing with their own kind than are the people of the light. That's a book I don't read often, is Luke 16. 1 second here. Oh, that's a big chapter. That's parables about the rich man and all that. Okay. I can see maybe. Okay. Wise Christians. Here we go. The coronavirus pandemic resulted in canceled schools around the world. In China, teachers responded with Ding Talk. Ding Talk, D-I-N-G. A digital app that enabled class to be held online. Then their students figured out that if Ding Talk's rating fell too low, Then their students figured out that if Ding Talk's rating fell too low, it might be removed from the App Store. Overnight, thousands of one-star reviews dropped Ding Talk's score. Oh, they're trying to get it removed. Okay. Smart kids. Jesus wouldn't be impressed with the students shirking their responsibilities, but he might admire their ingenuity. He told an unusual story about a fired manager who on his final day slashed the bills of his master's debtors. Jesus didn't praise the manager's dishonesty. Rather, he commended his cleverness and wished his followers would be equally shrewd. I tell you, use worldly wealth, in quotes, I tell you, use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourselves, so that when it is gone, you will be welcomed into eternal dwellings. I was just there too. Look at John. Let's review. Luke chapter 16. He also said to the disciples, let's make sure I'm not messing that up. Luke 16:9. He also said to the disciples, in quotes, there was a rich man who had a manager, and charges were brought to him that this man was wasting his possessions. And he called him and said to him, what is this that I hear about you? Turn in the account of your management, for you can no longer be manager. And the manager said to himself, what shall I do, since my master is taking the management away from me? I am not strong enough to dig, and I am ashamed to beg. I have decided what to do, so that when I am removed from the management, people may receive me into their houses. I think I see where this is going. So, summoning his master's debtors one by one, he said to the first, how much do you owe my master? He said, 100 measures of oil, he said to him. Take your bill and sit down quickly and write 50. He's going to his debtors and reducing their debt. He's going to his boss's debtors and reducing their debt. Then he said to another, and how much do you owe? He said, 100 measures of wheat. He said to him, take your bill and write 80. The master commended the dishonest manager for his shrewdness. For the sons of this world are more shrewd in dealing with their own generation than the sons of light. Okay, that's what they just said in there. Luke is a book I've never read much. I'm ashamed to say it. For some reason, I don't jump into Luke, other than Luke 4, which is the temptation. And I tell you, he says, this is the manager, I believe, speaking. And I tell you, make friends for yourselves by means of unrighteous wealth, so that when it fails, they may receive you into the eternal dwellings. One who is faithful in very little is also faithful in much. One who is dishonest in very little is also dishonest in much. I'm going to come back to that. I need to read that. Okay, Jesus didn't praise the manager's dishonesty. Rather, he commended his cleverness and wished his followers would be equally shrewd. I tell you, use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourselves. Use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourselves, so that when it is gone, you will be welcomed into eternal dwellings. Luke 16:9. When it comes to money, most people look at how much they might lose. Wise people look for what they can use. Jesus said giving to others gains friends, which provides safety and influence. Who is the leader in any group? The one who pays, the one who pays. Giving also gains eternal dwellings, for our willingness to part with our cash shows our trust in Jesus. Our trust is in Jesus. I'm going to say this, let me read this again. The one who pays. Giving also gains eternal dwellings, for our willingness to part with our cash shows our trust in Jesus. Okay, I see. Maybe, even if we don't have money, we do have time, skills, or a listening ear. Let's ask God to show us how to creatively serve others for Jesus. Now, that statement I fully agree with. Who does Jesus want you to serve today? How might you creatively use your skills, money, or time to bless this person? It says, Jesus, I want to give to others for you. When it comes to money, most people look at how much they might lose. Oh, maybe as far as, well, I could go give money to that person to help them. Gosh, I don't want to lose that money. Whereas a sense, if I give them money, I gain them as a friend. You know, maybe it's because I'm not looking at this from a charitable perspective. This one confused me. Anyhow, love you. God bless.